Spider-Man is undoubtedly one of the most iconic characters in Marvel comic book history. Throughout the years, we've seen many variations of the famous Web Crusader, but possibly none as lovable as the one played by the fun-loving Tom Holland. And let's be honest, judging by his interviews, Tom seems like a pretty nice guy. Just ask his Spider-Man Homecoming co-star Zendaya, whom he recently stuck up for. When fans criticized her after hearing rumors that she was going to be the next Mary Jane, Tom was quick to come to her defense. But, as it turns out, even the nicest guys have juicy secrets they can't wait to reveal. Let us know what you think after hearing the 10 most unbelievable confessions from Tom. Number 10. Anyone who gets to rock the iconic Spidey suit on the big screen is, well, pretty darn lucky. But did you know that Tom Holland had no clue he had been cast as Spider-Man until after fans online had already heard the news? If you're like most Marvel fans, you get your Marvel celebrity gossip from social media. And sometimes the celebrities themselves do too. Tom Holland admits he first heard the news that he had been cast as the iconic web-slinging superhero via Instagram. Yes, that's right. According to Tom, he was scrolling down his IG feed when he came across a post from Marvel Studios revealing he had snagged the role. This was especially surprising for him because he hadn't heard back from Marvel in weeks, after they had said they'd get back to him within a day. And, in his own words, he went ballistic, absolutely nuts, after discovering that he was in fact chosen to play the iconic web crawler. And, honestly, who could blame him? Number 9. We've all heard someone singing in the shower, or at least trying to. And while most people like to pretend to be pop stars in the shower, Tom likes to pretend to be something, or someone, a little more American. The crafty young British actor has managed to fool American fans by putting on a very real-sounding American accent in his role as Spider-Man. In fact, his accent sounds so real, you can't even tell he's actually British. It seems that Tom has not only mastered the art of acting, but he seems to be pretty good at doing impersonations as well. Maybe he should consider a side career in voice acting. Perhaps ventriloquism, or something of the sort. Yeah, we know ventriloquism might be a bit far-fetched, but the way Tom Holland can jump back and forth from British accent to American accent, there's no telling exactly how many ways he can use his voice to his advantage. Tom credits his amazing vocal coach for helping him articulate his American speech, and he admits that his favorite place to practice his American accent is in the shower. Number 8. Spider-Man is known for a number of superhuman skills, including lightning-quick reflexes and agility. And although Tom Holland's reflexes might not exactly be superhuman, he does enjoy flexing his parkour skills every now and again. Tom Holland has admitted he enjoys the art of freerunning, a toned-down version of parkour that involves interacting with real-life obstacles and the environment. Me and my mates go freerunning all the time. I probably jump 4 meters onto grass and 2 meters between buildings, Tom says, which makes us wonder if Tom Holland could pull off his own stunt scenes. Do you think someone with the speed and agility of Tom Holland could do his own stunts? Number 7. Whether Tom Holland has the capability of being his own stuntman is unknown. But what we do know is that Tom is no foreigner to stunts. Gone wrong. Tom has stated that the egg-shaped helmet he wore under the Spider-Man mask took some getting used to, especially since it compromised his peripheral vision. While filming a scene with a stuntman, Tom was not able to see properly through his helmet and took a real-life punch to the face. Luckily, he was not injured during the incident, and perhaps his experience in freerunning made him privy to bumps and bruises. Maybe Tom Holland can do his own stunt scenes. Number 6. Tom Holland's love for freerunning might stem from his love of dance. After all, being able to maneuver around obstacles while running at great speeds requires the style and grace of a dancer. While this is just a hunch, we can confirm that before bursting onto the scene as Spider-Man, Tom Holland took hip-hop dance classes at Lynn Page's Nifty Feet Dance School in Wimbledon, England. In fact, it was during these very classes that Tom was discovered by an agent and auditioned for his stage role. And well, the rest is history. In addition to hip-hop dancing, Tom also took ballet classes, which helped him get into shape for his role in the 2000 British dance drama film Billy Elliot. And being a good dancer may have helped in other ways as well, most likely his social life and his chances with the ladies. Maybe Tom Holland might want to consider some dirty dancing in the style of Patrick Swayze. Number 5. Tom Holland has gained a somewhat unfavorable reputation for revealing secrets about the Marvel movies he's involved in. After he accidentally dropped spoilers for Spider-Man: Homecoming, Disney executives took measures to ensure it wouldn't happen again. They gave him fake scripts, in addition to withholding details concerning his character from him, in order to prevent him from spilling the beans again. But Tom just might not be as much of a big mouth as we all think he is. During the filming of Avengers: Infinity War, the post-Thanos snap scenes were shot during the first few days of filming, which means Tom kept his character's fate a secret for almost 2 years. That's pretty impressive given his prior track record. Congrats, Tom! We know how hard it must have been for you. Number 4. Keeping his character's fate a secret wasn't the only time Tom Holland has managed to keep his lips sealed. In order to prepare for his role in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Tom attended the Bronx High School of Science and used the name of his acting coach as an alias. Only his teachers and a few staff members knew who he really was, but his cover was almost blown when scanners detected that Tom was using a fake ID. School security was alerted, but they played along, and luckily Tom managed to keep his identity a secret. Tom also admits that while attending the Bronx High School of Science, he felt boredom by trying to convince people he was Spider-Man. Not many believed him, but he does recall one instance of a group of girls Googling his name and causing a commotion when they found out he wasn't lying. Number 3. Tom might have been pretty slick in regards to keeping his true identity a secret from the students at the Bronx High School of Science, but that doesn't mean he, himself, isn't prone to being fooled. Now, we're not suggesting that Tom Holland is gullible, but he was just a little bit gullible when his friends decided to play a trick on him during an interview. Tom's friends, who had been contacted prior to the interview, were secretly feeding the interviewer weird questions through an earpiece. Things got really awkward until the interviewer revealed it was all a big joke. Good thing Tom has a great sense of humor. Number 2. Tom is known for his great taste in movies. He once said his top 5, in order from bottom to top, includes My Cousin Vinny, Saving Private Ryan, Avatar, The Departed, and Primal Fear. Tom admits he was so compelled by Edward Norton's character in Primal Fear that he wants to be just like him. No, Tom Holland doesn't aspire to be a clone of Edward Norton or his Primal Fear character Aaron Stantler. But he does aspire to one day create a character as powerful as Edward Norton did. Good luck, Tom. We believe in you. Number 1. It is no secret that Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider that gave him his superhuman ability and spider senses. So, it would only make sense that the person who plays Spider-Man would be endearing to the 8-legged creatures that inspired his character's superpowers, right? Wrong. The number 1 confession that Tom Holland has made is, he is afraid of spiders. That's right, the beloved Tom Holland, who plays the role of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, cannot stand the sight of the furry 8-legged creatures. Tom has gone on record as saying, quote, "I don't like spiders, man, just because they are sneaky. They just really scare me. They are hairy. Ugh." The more I get asked this question, the more scared I get of spiders. So I think I am going to try to convince myself that I am not afraid of spiders. End quote. Tom, we hear you loud and clear. But having a fear of spiders might be a bit counterintuitive to your role as a superhero inspired by spiders. Maybe you should have kept that one on the down low. Just saying.